supposed to stop the world and stop everything we're doing to go and hunt for these little missing white girls. I am exhausted with white folks, and I am done with y'all's bullshit.
So she is so exhausted of white people that she decided to upload multiple videos attacking the young girls that were killed in the floods in Texas. But I just have one question, folks. If she is this exhausted of white people, is she exhausted of her husband? Really makes you wonder. And folks, it never fails. 9 times out of 10, when you have these uber racist, super pro-black women, and sometimes, they're not even black women. Sometimes it's people like AOC, insert random politician name here. They're always vocal about their hatred and disdain for white people, always hollering about racism and oppression and all of this. But often, when you go and look at who they're dating, who they're married to, who their boyfriend is, more often than not, it's like some white dude. So just really think about that. This woman is uploading video after video, ranting about white people, attacking white people and white kids that just got killed in a storm. Meanwhile, after she uploads those videos, she goes to the bedroom and she takes a white schlong down her throat. I think it's like maybe even some type of fetish for people like this. I know that sounds weird, but it's almost like they really want the oppression, right? They really want the oppression. They're probably into some weird like race play things in the bedroom with their white boyfriends and white husbands. Now, it's important to note, though, that her husband is Jewish, and he pretends to be like a Christian pastor or a minister or whatever. But you could take one look at his church and you will see LGBTQ flags flying outside of his church and all of that stuff. So that tells you everything, you need to know about these people. She's married to a guy that is pretending to be Christian in order to push a bunch of that, that woke propaganda, for lack of better words. Someone who pretends to be Christian so they can push all types of weird ideologies on Christian people. So that's not surprising to me at all. However, it's always funny to see. You see these people having meltdowns, talking so horribly about white people and yada yada. And then, oh, wait, look at your husband, look at your boyfriend, look at your significant other. It's really weird. I don't know why these people are like this, but they are. But anyways, I'm not going to sit here and talk about her husband this entire video because she is still uploading videos. In fact, yesterday she uploaded one before going to her little fake church with her fake minister husband. And it's just wild that someone could literally just talk about kids being killed, saying, oh, it must have been God's will for those little cunts to wash away. Mind you, she's talking about like 8-year-old, 7, 8, and 9-year-old little girls that died in a flood. She says that, oh, it must have been God's will for them to wash away. And then turns around and goes to church with her fake minister, pastor husband. And that's how you know that these people don't really believe in Jesus Christ. They're not really there because they're Christian. They're not there because they're religious. They're only there to basically drag people down this weird path into, I don't even want to get into all of that stuff. But if you're really a Christian and you're really a church-going, God-fearing person, or, I don't think you're out here celebrating the death of little kids. But she had the audacity to upload another video, quadrupling down once again on the hatred that she's spreading right before going to church. It's weird to see, but I hope that some people maybe at that church are watching this and they're realizing, wait, why am I going to a church where obviously the minister and the minister's wife are okay with celebrating the death of little kids? It's really weird, but I'm going to go ahead and play this clip. But before I do, make sure you guys support the channel for free by liking the video, sharing the video, commenting, subscribing, all of that good stuff. But if you want to take your support one step further, you could always donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. It's always greatly appreciated, especially when covering stories like this one, because this platform does not like people speaking the truth. They rather support people like the evil woman you're about to watch in this clip. But with that being said, let's roll that footage and then I'll be right back with more.
Good morning, MAGA racist. I hope that seeing my face this morning has really pissed you off. I know y'all really hate the girl, but hold on, somebody called me fat in the comments. Now that, the monkeys and the niggas and we hope you die, bitch, that shit don't get me. But hold on, somebody called me fat. What's tea? Cause what am I missing here? Hold on. I just lost 5 pounds. What you will not do is body shame and call a skinny bitch fat. That's what you won't do. Well, it's another beautiful day in Zamunda. It's Sunday morning. Are y'all going to church? Are you going to church? It'd be nice if you did. Go ahead and show up. Go ahead and show up to the Universalist Church. Go ahead. It'd be nice. I mean, they're definitely used to having MAGA protesters at their church, so it really wouldn't be anything new. They're used to evangelical psychopaths out there protesting against them. They're out there all the time. So go ahead, pull up a lawn chair, go sit out there. They'll let you do it. They're definitely used to it because they're used to your type of Christian hate outside of that church all the time. It's always some, old ass white person with a banner and talking about how this church supports abortion rights and how y'all hate that shit because, women shouldn't have control over their bodies. Y'all hate that shit. But yeah, go ahead and embarrass yourself. There is cameras in the sanctuary and all around the church. So if y'all go up there acting a fool, we're going to put it on camera and we will post it. Or at least I'll post it because that shit will be funny as hell. But yeah, have the happy Sunday you deserve. Thank you for all the hate comments. I know y'all love to see a black girl shining and winning. I know y'all hate to see it. I really do. And the fact that I just lost like 5 pounds. Ooh, the fat comment hurt my feelings. Whoever called me fat, fuck you.
Now, before I go any further in this video, I want to go ahead and once again point out that this is a grown woman that we're looking at here. This is a woman with kids who are now in college, yet she is still acting like a 15 or a 16-year-old, still talking as if she is in high school. I mean, when you look at that video, besides how she actually looks, if you were to just hear her voice, you would think that this was a teenager or something acting this way, behaving this way. But no, unfortunately, it is a grown woman that has been responsible for raising kids. So that's kind of scary. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the apple fell as far from the tree as possible. But women like her are often like this. And I don't know what it is. It's almost as if their brain stops developing in high school. It's almost as if they never really mature past that 15 or 16-year-old brain in their head. It's weird. It's kind of weird to see. And I always wonder what leads to this. And I think that what it may be is that, women like her, they always know in the back of their mind that no matter what happens, they can always rely on daddy government to pay their bills, pay their rent, and give them thousands of dollars in food stamps. For you to be that age and have already raised children, you have already raised kids of your own, but you're still behaving that way, that's because you have had a lack of responsibility and accountability in life. Okay? That's what I think it comes from. And look, when you go through life always knowing that, hey, if I mess up here, or if I don't want to work, or if something goes wrong, I can always have my bills fully paid by the government and have my groceries bought. When you have that thought in the back of your mind, maybe it restrains you from really growing, because people like me, people like most of you all, we don't have that thing to fall back on. I mean, me, for example, I don't even have family to fall back on. I can only rely on myself. I can't rely on the government to pay my bills and buy my food. And, I like to eat a lot. I have to depend on me and me only to get things done. Therefore, I feel like when you know that, it makes your brain develop in a different way. It's like someone who is still living with their parents in their parents' basement. They're not as developed as someone who's been living on their own for years. So when you have that thought in the back of your mind that no matter what, your parent, your government, daddy government, will be there to pay for everything every step of the way if you need them, maybe it just, makes you comfortable in not growing and developing your mind past whatever stage that this woman is in. Because God, Lord, I thank the heavens every day, that at the very least, God gave me a brain, a mind that I'm not the brightest person in the world. I'm not the smartest person in the world. But damn, every day I realize that, hey, I'm a little above a lot of these people that we be talking about in these videos. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? We are above a lot of these ignorant, just complete artards that we see in these videos and that we discuss and that we talk about in these videos. It's crazy. But folks, unfortunately, I deal with people like her more often than I would like to even acknowledge. Okay? And understand, this is what I do for a living. I call people like this out all the time. This is nothing new for me, right? So I see people like her, and I deal with people like her, and I understand people like her, and I've been doing this long enough to read people. And what she is trying to do here is she is trying her hardest to pretend like she is all nonchalant and unbothered by what is going on. She is working hard to try to give people the impression in these videos that she doesn't care about the backlash and that she's just welcoming it all. In reality, that's not how this woman feels inside. If she was truly unbothered and didn't care about people's reactions, she would not be posting follow-up videos every few minutes. She would not be posting all of these follow-up videos. But she is bothered. She's so bothered that she feels the need to constantly record new videos to tell people that she's unbothered. And that kind of tells you everything you need to know. In reality, she's the type of person that can dish out a lot of hate, but she can't truly take it. She wants you to think that she can take what she dishes out, but she can't. And you can tell by her actions and her body language, and like I said, by the simple fact that she's constantly pumping out these videos to tell everyone how much she doesn't care. Yeah, it kind of looks like you care to me, because you could have just went to church, you could have just went about your life went about your life after uploading that original clip, but that's not what she did. Instead, she's constantly, uploading all of these other videos to show the world that she gives no F's and she doesn't take back what she said. But what she is also very obviously trying to do is she is trying to divert the conversation into being about what people are saying to her in response to what she said, instead of the conversation being about what she said, which was, she was being ugly, evil, disgusting, celebrating the death of these little kids. But what she's trying to do now is make it as if it's all about her, because she's a narcissist, and that's easy to see. She wants the conversation to all of a sudden be all about her. What about the hateful comments I got? As if she can compare that or use that as an excuse for what she said. Like, woman, lady, you got on the internet and multiple times uploaded videos talking about how you do not like white people while celebrating the deaths of little girls, even calling them, out of their name and stuff like that. So when you do something disgusting like that, you don't get to turn around and then play victim because people say mean things to you. That's not how the world works. If you want to stoop to a certain level, if you want to be a vile, ugly person that says disgusting things, then people are going to say mean things back. And if anyone deserves to have mean things said to them right now, it's definitely this lady, Sade Perkins. She definitely deserves whatever hate that she is getting. But she's trying to divert the conversation to all of these other things. Like, oh, now it's all about MAGA and old white people protesting outside of her husband's fake church and all of this other nonsense. So I suspect that we have not seen or heard the last from this woman, but she is getting the attention she wanted. She uploaded that video wanting attention. Now there are news articles written about her. There are videos all over the internet about her. And I'm glad to see so many people coming together to call this woman out. Because if anything can bring us together in a time where we're all divided like this one, and we have women like this dividing us even further, I think that we should all be able to come together, rally together, and point out that this is disgusting. Regardless of how you look, how you feel, what race you are, what religion you are, it's disgusting to celebrate the death of little kids. And there's no coming back from that. You don't get to apologize and pretend like you didn't mean it. You don't get, no. Once you do stuff like that, once you show that level of hatred exists inside of you, I feel like most people should write you off. And who would ever feel comfortable working alongside someone that they know gets giddy and excited when kids get killed, all because of the color of their skin? And I'm really wondering about her husband, you know what I mean? And what his true intentions are by being a minister. It's really some evil stuff going on in that family. And you could take one look at her husband and his little glasses and stuff, and you could just see like, people like this do not belong in the Christian church at all. And the only reason they insert themselves or try to insert themselves in the Christian church is to spread a bunch of evil nonsense to try to take the church down. So that's the only reason why her husband decided to become a Christian minister. It's all BS. It's all BS. These people are absolutely disgusting, evil, and vile people. And I am glad this woman uploaded that video to show her true colors. And I'm hoping that anyone that ever considers going to that church keeps this in mind. But people who go to that church probably feel the same way that she does. So I don't have much hope for them either. But at the end of the day, you guys go ahead and let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.